It is Down for the Count on ESPN San Antonio. I'm Dangerous Dan Cialana here with my tag team partner, Brandon Big Poppy Medina. Brandon, can you please introduce our very special guest here?
Oh, we have a very special one. We have the one and only Mr. Drew McIntyre joining us here on ESPN San Antonio. How are you doing, Drew?
Fabulous. Thank you for having me, guys.
Definitely. We're looking forward to you coming back to San Antonio and WWE Monday Night Raw, August 16th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, Friday, June 11th. Drew, how special it is for you guys in WWE to be back on the road in front of live crowds again?
Oh, it's the best. That's what WWE is all about. You know, our number one superstars, our fans. We're such an interactive show. And without them, it's not quite been the same. It's been, the times we're living in, we've had to adapt, adjust, create the magnificent Thunderdome, give everything you expect from WWE, the lights, the lasers, the pyro, bringing the fans back virtually. It's been a visual thrill ride, which is really cool. But there's nothing like live fans, especially the live fans in San Antonio. Wrestling in San Antonio, has always been huge. It's part of the culture, and I'm really excited to get back.
Absolutely. I'm excited, Brandon. You excited?
I am super excited. And obviously, Drew, of course, you've carried this company and along with others throughout, this pandemic era. What does that mean to you to kind of look back on things and now finally be where we are, where we're starting to have fans in attendance? What have you learned over the past year and a half?
Learned a whole lot about myself in and out of the ring, and our superstars, how much they're willing to step up and keep everyone entertained during these difficult times for the world, not just individuals. This has been a crazy time for the planet Earth, and our superstars really stepped up and really kept everyone entertained during this time, and are really so excited to get back in front of the live fans. For me personally, it's not been easy being off the road. I've lived my life on the road, but I have looked for the positives during the negative time. I've learned to be more present at home. I've learned to get more of a separation between work and my personal life, which in turn has benefited my job. And I can't wait to get back in front of those live fans and see their faces. I got teased at WrestleMania when I walked out there for my entrance, 25,000 fans. Got a little emotional. It's mostly because I saw the fans' faces and a lot of them were crying. They got emotional too. So this 25-date tour in San Antonio is going to be a really emotional, special night.
Now, this year at WrestleMania, we finally had fans back in April. But take us back to the moment. The whole roster at the beginning of the pay-per-view comes out, and everybody's so happy to be there. We sing "America the Beautiful." You're getting ready to go beyond with Bobby Lashley, and then you find out there's a weather delay. What's going through Drew McIntyre's head when you're like, oh my God, now there's another impediment in my path?
Are you freaking kidding me? So it's going through my head. Is it me? Am I a jinx? Every time I fight for the title, something goes wrong. Like last year at WrestleMania, I was fighting for the title. There's a worldwide pandemic. This year, I'm fighting for the title, and we're going to get rained out. So yeah, I was a bit angry, a bit disappointed. My adrenaline was at an all-time high. I'd taken my pre-workout, so I was caffeinated on top of all that adrenaline. I was the first one back after America the Beautiful and got the news, so the whole roster is passing me, giving me the fist bumps, telling me, good luck, big man, you've earned this moment, start the show right, but I know there's a delay. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Like really frustrated in that moment. And then during that 40 minutes, we were doing some cool stuff. I got to see how amazing, our staff is, not just on screen, but off screen, keeping things together, keeping the entertainment going during that delay throughout WrestleMania, our biggest show of the year. I was grabbed and told, Lashley and MVP are talking over there, go crush that interview. I went, okie dokie. Got straight in on the interview. We got face to face. And if MVP wasn't there, the tension was so high for real. And basically Lashley and I would have ended up fist fighting if MVP didn't take him away. It was getting real tense. And when I finally got in front of the fans, it was so worth it. It was such an amazing moment and a bit of an anticlimax to go back to the Thunderdome. But I just can't wait to get back on the road. Can't wait.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it, man. And, Drew, we've been fans for years. We watched you grow in the industry. You are a true success story. And it took you years to get to where you are from your first stint in WWE. What can you speak to fans and wrestlers alike that are in the indie promotions that are looking to make a name for themselves? Kind of how did you get to where you are, and what's it like looking back on those times now that you're here?
Yeah, I'm grateful for all the ups and downs in my career. They made me who I am as a wrestler, as a superstar, but also as a man. So I would not be able to have led the company at the height of a pandemic without my journey, and everyone out there who's fighting and trying to make a name for themselves and trying to get somewhere. Just trust me, like this is something I read in the Rocks book when I was younger, is all it takes is all you got. If every single day you wake up and say to yourself, I'm going to attack the day, give it everything I've got, I've got my responsibilities, if you got a job, etc., that's cool. But on the side, I'm going to give it all I've got to my dream. I'm going to work in my character game, on my promo game. I'm going to work in my body and create a marketable look that separates me from everybody else in WWE, if that's where you want to go, and just never give up. Like, if you just keep putting in the hours, I genuinely believe the cream always rises to the top. And, I'm hopefully living proof of that, especially the never giving up aspect of it.
Now, Drew McIntyre, before you get to San Antonio on August 16th for Monday Night Raw, you got to go through Bobby Lashley, and especially Bobby Lashley, June 20th in Hell in a Cell. And let's be honest, last time you were in Hell in a Cell didn't work out to your favor. What do you think is going to be different this time, June 20th, Hell in a Cell versus Bobby Lashley?
To try not to fall off the side of the cell like I did last time.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it was like a legit 12. I mean, realistically, it's 10 feet high. I'm 6'7" with my boots on. So when I looked back before I fell about 16 feet through the table. It was the worst fall of my life. I bit through my tongue. The blood I was spitting out was because I bit my tongue into a horrible whiplash. So the lesson I've learned is, don't go up in the cell. If Randy Orton's up there telling you to come up, don't get so frustrated and emotional. Go, okay, and you get up there. So if Lashley somehow winds up outside the cell, climbs up there, I'm just going to sit and go, nah, man, get back down. I can wait here all night until you get back down. So all it's going to take is one Claymore all. So the idea of the cell match was my idea, was to avoid any outside interference, to avoid any shenanigans. I want a straight match with Lashley finally and get back my WWE Championship.
Absolutely. And Brandon, if Drew does not win this match, Drew cannot challenge Bobby Lashley again for the WWE Championship. Brandon, what do you think? I know Drew's right here. Don't let him intimidate you. What do you think are his truest chances against Bobby Lashley? Because he's been on our show too, so I'm a little conflicted.
Yeah, we've had both. I'll be on the show, and obviously, we've even had MVP on the show before. He made this last one in WWE. I think this is an interesting matchup, right? You have two just incredible superstars, freak of nature athletes. I know you and I both wanted to see Drew, not because you're there, Drew, but both of us wanted to see you win that title back, especially in front of fans after the year you gave us and the weight that was put on your shoulder. So I love to see Drew back as champion. I think you were a great champion. And let's go back to that 80s, 90s culture. Let's keep it on Drew for like a couple years. Let's make sure Drew's a true champ over here. That's my say. But I don't write the books. Listen, I can't make the matches happen. I can't do anything for you. But you can be in your corner.
Yeah, you're writing the books. I love your ideas. Already. A fantastic idea. What's your idea? Give Drew the title for 2 years.
Yes, let's do it.
I'm all about it.
We'll write it down. Yeah. We'll send some emails to the office.
I'm sure I'm sure Vince reads all the emails that we send. I'm sure. Yeah, why not?
Heck yeah, I appreciate that. There's nothing I enjoy more than being champion. I love the responsibility. I love everything that goes with it on the show and off the show. It is a lot of pressure. It's 24/7. The Roman talks about those levels to this thing, and not everyone can handle the pressure at the top level. And I'm grateful for my journey because I don't just handle it. I love it. I thrive on it. I love the responsibility of being WWE champion, and I can't wait to get it back in front of fans because I haven't had it in front of fans yet.
Mm-hmm. We just have a couple more minutes left here with Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew, I got to ask you, I know you're fighting Bobby Lashley, you had this rivalry with him, but if you had to say one nice thing, one compliment about Bobby Lashley, what is something good? What are some of Bobby Lashley's redeeming qualities?
Very good shape. He looks good for his age.
He does. And so do you. How old are you, Drew?
I just turned 36 on Sunday. I've been wrestling 21 years, which means you age in dog years. You look at me as chosen one in my early 20s in WWE compared to now. Yeah, you age in dog years in this industry. That's for sure. But no, Lashley looks great. Realistically, he's an animal. He's someone else who's got that never give up attitude. He was kind of told he was going to have the world when he was younger, much like myself. We both had to go on our own separate journeys to find our way to the top. Mm-hmm. So he's very resilient as heck. He's got a very physical in-ring style like myself. And there's a few of us out there, especially on Raw, with that physical in-ring style that we're making it the theme of Raw. If you're watching Monday Night Raw, you're going to see some physical action. Absolutely.
And Drew McIntyre, we look forward to seeing you finally come back to San Antonio, Texas. Monday Night Raw, August 16th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow to the general public. Tomorrow, Friday, June 11th. Drew McIntyre, I'm going to be rooting for you at Hell in a Cell, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in San Antonio. Thank you so much for joining us on ESPN San Antonio, Down for the Count.
Thank you guys for having me, and I cannot wait to be back in San Antonio, hear all the San Antonio fans, see them in person. We're starting to get back to normal. I love interacting, with the wrestling fans, and San Antonio, like I mentioned, they've got the knowledge, they've got the passion. I love interacting with them, and I can't wait to hear the crowd that night.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much for your time, Drew.
Thank you. Take care, lads.